Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Amber Unfiltered. Today I'm going to give you my review of Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 6, Episode 1. A new episode premiered on Monday. But before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to cash at me at Amber Unfiltered Show, that'd be greatly appreciated. So I have my tablet here with notes from the episode. Nick actually suggested I take notes, and I actually took his advice. I've been meaning to with other reviews I've done, and I've just been so lazy and like procrastinating, but his idea was actually genius. So I'm gonna kind of read off here and just give you my take here and there, and just, again, let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode if you're even watching it, because I know a lot of people don't even watch it anymore. This is actually my favorite franchise out of the Love and Hip Hop, series, but anyway. So the episode opens with Blac Chyna, who's also, rebranding herself as Angela White, and her boyfriend Derek Milano, who's like a producer. He's won Grammys. He's worked with like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce, I believe. I think she actually looks great without all the plastic surgery. She took her fillers out, her implants. I still suspect she might have ass shots or something, because her ass is like juicier than normal. I was like, I don't know. Or it could have been like the shorts she was wearing, because they kind of look like they sculpt like your bum, but I don't know. But I don't know, every time she turned to the side, her jawline reminded me of Handsome Squidward. And I was just like, damn, I hate that for her, because I think she did too much chiseling on her face. She was naturally beautiful to me. I didn't really think that she needed all that. And her lips are a little bit distracting, but hey, that's just me. Her boyfriend, I feel like he's sus, because he kind of came out of nowhere. He almost seems too good to be true. He says the perfect thing. He's always romantic, always positive. And I'm really anxious of people who just seem to have an answer for everything. And it's not like a genuine place. It kind of just feels like performative. I was just like, I don't know. So they're getting ready to move to Miami. I think she lives in LA, but she's going out there, I guess, to be with him. And I think she's opening another business, but I kind of feel bad because she's leaving behind like her kids, her schedule, her routine, and just like, her other businesses and stuff, her house, her kids' schools are all kind of in vicinity with each other. Or within each other. So I kind of feel like she's giving up a lot to be with him. And I was like, that's a lot to be given up after 1 year of being together. But hey, I digress. I know Hollywood relationships are different than regular people relationships. So we'll see. So the next scene, we see Amada packing up her mansion, and she's moving into a bigger house. She's all sad and like mopey, because she's like, oh, all the painful memories I've had in this house. And it kind of flashes back to like her dealing with Shay's brother MJ, and them getting into it, and him saying he'll fight for her love. And then her child's father, Alan, who's fucking trash because he was married, still messing around with her, but that's a different story. He had proposed to her and everything, and he still had a wife. But anyway, he's raggedy for real. Like, he can catch these hands, because he was talking about how dark she was in the last season, and saying how nobody wanted her dark ass. And I wanted to punch him right through the fucking screen. I was like, I want to go Incredible Hulk on his ass. So Alan, if you see this, is on site, baby. The next scene, we see Flo. You guys probably don't know who some of these people are, but Florence Eluche, she's like a Haitian musical artist. She's really pretty, but again, I think she's another one. She's got too much surgery, too much makeup. She's probably naturally beautiful and doesn't need it. So she's having a housewarming. She's got this beautiful $2 million property. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to keep stressing it, because she kept saying it. And she even said it in like the speech she gave. And she was just being so dramatic with like her grand entrance. Like, she's all decked out. I think she's gorgeous. I just think she's a bird brain. I don't know, because she just stays with men who treat her like shit. And it's like, sis, you don't deserve that. You're fine. You're rich. You're talented. Like, figure it out. But I'm kind of suspect on her too, because I'm like, you were behind on your lease for one of your businesses last season. It's like tens of thousands of dollars. And all of a sudden you can afford $1 million property. So what are you doing? Are you not paying something? Because I feel like a lot of people rent or lease stuff to make it look like they're living a lifestyle that they're not. And she definitely gives me that. Not to say she couldn't have it, because she probably could if Love and Hip Hop is paying like that. But I'm like, I don't really see her in the blogs or promoting other businesses and stuff. I know she has like a restaurant, but it looks like it's in like a fucking strip mall. But anyway, who am I to judge? It could be doing really well. I have no idea. But her husband Marlon, who lives there, they've kind of been separated, but he still lives there. They still deal with each other. So I'm like, which one is it? I feel like they always say they're not together for the show, because I'm like, y'all definitely dealing with each other. Like, she has no boundaries. She always takes him back. There's been so much infidelity in their relationship, and she always gives him chance after chance after chance. So I'm just like, sis, fuck it. You like it, I love it. That's kind of how I feel. Me personally, I ain't putting up with that. Trina appears. She and her new husband that she's secretly married and hasn't told anybody, Swerve, are on a yacht in the water. They're just having like a good old time, whatever, champagne flutes, pinkies up, all that. I don't like him either. I feel like the same vibe as Blac Chyna or Angela White's dude. I feel like he's suspicious. I feel like he's very possessive of Trina and he's distracting her from her career. I feel like she is so caught up in him, she's like neglected everything else. And it's so crazy because she did have a fiance named Raymond who she was with for like 5 years. And then they just broke up and she like tossed him to the wayside. And I think he was actually great for her. I think that they were more in alignment than her and this Swerve dude. I feel like Swerve is the flavor of the month or the season, or no, not the season. I don't know what I was gonna say, but the flavor of the month. That's kind of how it feels like for him. So Trick Daddy and Trina are supposed to perform at this really dope event. Like I actually got tears in my eyes because I was like, this is really fire. They got asked by an orchestra back in Florida or Miami-Dade or whatever to perform. So they were gonna rap their catalog and like kind of create a musical experience. First of all, she's fucking late. She has a wardrobe malfunction. She's got this gorgeous like slit skirt on, but it's not sewn properly or put together properly. So she's looking like a botched fucking mess. They're still sewing and cutting her dress and, you know, or her skirt and everything. She just looked a mess. And no offense, like, I don't think it was flattering to her shape. Trina is a thick girl and I just felt like it was too tight. And I wish she would dress more for her shape. Not judging her, I'm just saying that's how it looks to me. Something that I don't like, and I don't mean to disrespect a legend like this, I think she has a terrible attitude. She's so nasty to people. She acts like they're beneath her. Her ego is super inflated. And I'm like, sis, you were famous and you were popping at one point and you had your era or your moment, but you're still acting like that. Like, it's like she can't let go of those like glory days. And she talks to people so crazy. Like, I was like, I know her staff fucking hate working for her. Like, she seems like just miserable and she spews out on other people. What killed me was she was late and Trick Daddy was lighting her ass up. And I was like, I'm with Trick. You need to be professional. You need to show up. She didn't show up to rehearsal. Then she's running in late. Then she's making out with her husband in front of other people, all on him. Like, it was gross. I was like, Trina, what are we doing? Like, I know you're in love. I know you're feeling all the feels, but you still have a job to do. You were paid to do this. On the fucking stage, she comes out late. Her mic isn't working. It's squeaking and squawking. Like, it was actually really sad to watch. I was about to cry because I'm like, she usually is more professional than that outside of her being late in the attitude. Like, she can do her thing. So I was just like, bitch, okay. I was like, this guy is, and her support system is being iced out because she's so wrapped up in him. And I was like, I don't fucking like that. So anyway, Brooke comes over Amara's new house. Amara got a boob job. I don't know why. She got a boob job, excuse me. I don't know why, because she didn't need it. She was already naturally curvy. I'm sure she's probably has some surgeries and things and nipped and tucked and all that. But her body was banging to me. Like, she has lost her luster to me. She was one of my favorites castmates. And after all her shenanigans with these men and stuff, and I feel like she'd be doing stuff for camera and turning up, I don't like her no more. Actually, I feel sorry for her. I don't want to say I don't like her anymore. She's not as enjoyable to watch. The backyard of her new place is gorgeous. It's a fixer-upper, so I'm fucking dead because Brooke was like, I'm glad she fixing up a house and not a man. And I said, but baby, big facts. I was like, Brooke said no lies. So then Brooke encourages her to connect with some of the girls that she iced out, which was Flo and Gael, who are sisters. And then she also got into it with Eliza Reign, who's one of Future's baby mamas. I like Eliza. She crazy as hell, but she funny as shit to me. Like, she'll take accountability, but sometimes she just be making so many mistakes. And it's like, sis, change behavior is the best apology. So Brooke tells her she's pregnant. She admits that she's having a hard time balancing the music and being a new mom again, because I think she's already got 3 or 4 kids. So then Derek, Blac Chyna's fiance, mentions he's not sober and he does his things when he does his thing when he's outside. I think he was either talking to Bobby Lights at an event or he was talking to Blac Chyna. I didn't like that because she's on her sobriety journey. She's like 2 years in. She's doing really well. She's God-fearing. She goes to church. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She's working out. She's eating clean. And I was like, that's going to offset her journey. And I feel like she's going to relapse. And to me, you're ignoring your fiance's needs and her wants, and you're also ignoring her progress. And I'm just so worried that he's gonna slip up, he's gonna cheat, he's gonna be outside, he's gonna be doing his thing and not even care. And I think it's gonna hurt her. And I think she's gonna lash out. I actually really like Blac Chyna. I think she has no personality though. I don't wanna say she has no personality. She's really socially awkward. She's so painful. Like, it's painful watching her talk. It's like watching paint dry. But I feel like if you got her off camera behind the scenes, she would probably open up more. I think because she's had such a toxic relationship with the public and media and social media, like, I think she's just shut down. She's just like, I'm just gonna do my job and I'm gonna post and do the hosting or whatever it is, and that's that. So she looked really scared. She looked like a deer in headlights when he was like, yeah, I'm about to be outside. Like, it is what it is. So Trick ends up in a hospital, or in the hospital, for an undisclosed illness. He had mentioned earlier in the episode that he was having some health issues, but he didn't disclose what, but it was really scary. He had to have like emergency surgery. I genuinely hope he's okay. I used to not like Trick, but he kind of has grown on me. I relate to him in the sense of when I'm overstimulated or I feel like people play with me or disrespect me, I lash out. I know that it's not right to do, but I do it. And I be like, baby, don't play with me, because I'm smarter and much more on it than you think. But he is a real one. He's a straight shooter, and I respect him for that. Sometimes what he be doing with women, I'm like, all right, Trick. And sometimes he can kind of be mean to Joy. But anyway, so Zoe Brinks performs for Trina Day. Also, sidebar, guys, I'm not using my mic because I noticed that it's been cutting out a lot. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Sometimes I'll be charging my phone while I'm recording, and I don't know if the cable is causing some issue, like the extra cable. Sometimes I'll like touch my desk and tap it, and I wonder if that does it. But today I'm just kind of using my natural voice. So if it seems like I'm yelling, that's why. Also, I think there's freaking helicopters outside, so forgive me for the background noise. So Zoe performs for Trina Day. I mean this in the nicest way possible. She is not a good artist. She's not a performer. She needs to give music up. The jig is fucking up. She's a really sweet girl, and I'm rooting for her because I love me an underdog. She's beautiful. I think she could do modeling. I think she could do some other type of art. Music is not it. Her music is not. I think she's trying to be Lizzo, but it's like we already have a Lizzo. You need to carve out your own lane. I just think she needs artist development. She needs a better team. She's still doing everything by herself. I think, unfortunately, she's going to be one of those reality TV girlies who just stays on reality TV and does music on the show, but you don't really hear anything outside of it, unfortunately. I just don't think she has it. Her performance, it looked like she was lip singing. Her outfit did not fit her body. Again, same as Trina. Like, she needs to wear stuff that flatters her shape. She's a pretty girl. She's not ugly. She's a bigger girl, so I know that there's, body, she probably, what am I trying to say? She probably doesn't feel like comfortable in her body, or she's still learning to love her body the way that she is. Again, I think she's beautiful. I think she's stunning. I think modeling could be in her future. I think maybe making some type of art like painting or textiles, something like that. Give the fucking music up. She's terrible at it. I love you, Zoe. Please don't come for me, but it's the truth. But anyway, so then Bobby Lights is talking to, I think it's Hot Topic. Hot Topic's look, she had like a long blonde wig. She had like a crop top. The ass was sitting, it was sitting, okay? So she had on cute jeans. Like, she looked really pretty. She also has really gorgeous skin. She has like beautiful chocolate skin. So Bobby was talking to her about Trina's husband, Swerve. And he got a suspicious email that was like 5 paragraphs long saying he wasn't taking care of his kids, that there was a child support case, that he's neglecting his kids, and kids that he's not claiming, that he's also a gaslighter and narcissist. And I definitely believe it. I don't know who got Bobby's email, but it must be somebody that knows him. Maybe they made a fake email. I'm not entirely sure. So they talk about, him and Hot Topic talk about feeling iced out from Trina. Like, they haven't really seen her. They haven't heard from her. And I was like, that's why I'm suspicious, because it's like, if you were genuine, you wouldn't be trying to control her and have her all to yourself. That's why she's all over the place. That's why she's fumbling. I'm like, she's going to fumble her bag and she's going to fumble her legacy. And I definitely don't want her to do that. So anyway, towards the end of the episode, shit gets real. So Amara meets up with Flo. Sorry, I'm talking so fast too because I'm running out of storage on my phone. So I'm trying not to get the video to cut off. So I'm sorry if I'm like super animated and giving you a speed run. I'm just like, I really want this video to be put out and I really want there to be no issues. So Amara meets up with Flo and Eliza to make up at Brooke's suggestion. Of course, it goes fucking left. Flo and Amara start trading jabs at each other. I don't know when they started hating each other because they're actually kind of like the same person. I thought they would get along. They're both musical artists. They're both mothers. They're both baddies. They're both reality stars. Like, I actually thought they would have a deep, deep friendship, but maybe that's just me. So Flo throws a drink on Amara. Amara throws hands. Amara ate that round. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. We shouldn't be throwing drinks as grown women, but I digress. So Eliza starts roasting fucking Flo. Flo is wearing this like fucking ridiculous ye old 1700 outfit. It looked like tissue paper in the front. She's got her ass cheeks out. She's wearing shorts, but it's like you see her cellulite. It just did not flatter her shape. Again, pretty girl. She's beautiful. She should do modeling too. Her and fucking Zoe. But it didn't look right. So she was like, you wish you had my ass. You're jealous of me, Amara. And Amara was like, which part? She was like, my ass. And Eliza was like, bitch, you need Ozempic. And I was fucking dying because I was like, bitch, I would be Eliza in this situation. Roasting and throwing shade. Like, And I don't even be fighting out here. I'll probably get my ass beat. But anyway, so that happens. And then Flo storms off because she's taken away by security. They fighting right in the dead of the restaurant. Me, my fat ass would have been eating. I'm sorry. I would have been like, you bitches can work that out. I'm about to order me some apps. I'm about to order me some sangria and call it a fucking night. So then Eliza and Amada make up, which I feel like won't last because they have a cyclical relationship. Amada does something, she cuts Eliza off, then Eliza comes crawling back and cries to her and apologizes and says, I love you, I'm your sister, I'm your friend, and then it just keeps repeating. I feel like Amada is not a good friend. She uses people and then she tosses them to the wayside when she's done. And she always plays the victim. Again, she was actually one of my favorite castmates. I saw so much potential in her. She kind of gave me like Cardi B vibes because I was like, her music isn't the worst, it's not the best. It's somewhere in the middle. It's like, it's a bop, okay, cool. She can do modeling. She's very well educated. She is a very good speaker. Like I've heard her, I think she hosted a show back in the day, like when she first started Love and Hip Hop. And she's really good at hosting and being on camera. Like she's a natural. She has talent. It just, I feel like it's being watered down and I feel like she needs to get off the show and go do other projects. Like I really could see her soaring, but the bag must be great. Like it's gotta be, and I understand she's got 2 mouths to feed. She has twin daughters and she's a single mom with no help from the dad. So there's that as well. So I just feel like Eliza is such a sweetheart and she's understanding. I think she's misunderstood. She's very brash, but I don't know. She's grown on me. Like at first I was like, who is this bitch? Like you could tell she was doing stuff for camera time and like doing stuff on purpose, but I actually kind of like her. She's kind of raw, straight, no chaser, and I kind of respect that. I've always respected people like that. But she be cracking me up with her one-liners. And then, so the last scene shows Blac Chyna and her boyfriend they're packing up their last of their belongings in LA so that they can go to Miami. And again, Blac Chyna seems very uncomfortable. Like she doesn't want to say it and she's trying to make that sacrifice and she's trying to be a team player. But I was like, you're sacrificing your sobriety. I think that's really key. She was out here wilding. Like, remember she was on drugs. She was like drinking. She was partying like crazy. She's so grounded. She's so mature now that I think that this guy he's gonna take her through it. I feel like even if he doesn't, I just feel like something's gonna happen that's gonna make her get off the wagon, if so to speak. Like I'm just truly worried for her. I don't think that this guy's the person for her. At first I thought they were really cute and I was like, oh, he seems like a gentleman, a sweetheart. But something is fishy. He's talking about, oh, I want to go back to those days when I was making music with my buddies, hosting parties, hosting gigs. And he's like asking her if she's okay with that. And then she mentioned, there's going to be other women outside, there's going to be smoking, drinking. And he was just like, oh, okay. Like it is what it is. And I was just like, no, you can't be dismissive of your partner like that. Like if I said that bothered me to Nick, done. He's not doing it. He's cutting it off. Whatever I said I'm not comfortable with, he's going to not do it. And same goes for him. Like we don't play with that. And I'm like, you're supposed to be her husband in the future and you can't even listen to what she's not saying because her body language said it all. Overall, I'd rate this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it was a great season premiere, the way to kick off the season. I'm so ready for next week and I'm going to continue reviewing this. Hopefully when I get some time and get my shit together, I can get you some Yellowstone reviews out this Sunday. Knock on wood, if everything goes well, I'm going to be going to my in-laws to catch up on the season and hope to record some content for you guys. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you like my little speedy review. I know it's kind of fast and I was talking really fast and getting animated. I actually love reality TV. I love it as much as pop culture. And I love getting into the tea and just being like, you dumb bitch. Like, I love like commenting and giving my feedback. Nick be laughing at me when I'm watching the show because I be screaming at the TV and he just be dying. He'd be like, yo, you should just record yourself. So here I am. But he actually loves the show too. His favorite, I think, is Trick Daddy, ironically. And Nick doesn't really watch TV like that because he's a huge gamer, but he'll catch snippets of it and he loves Trick Daddy. Like he be dying when Trick come on the screen. So anyway, I love you guys and hope you have a good night. Take care. Bye.